This is the XMCOSY 49-foot outdoor string lights. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get the user manual, and there's no pretty way to do this. It just comes out of the box like this. You have to unwrap all of the plastic off of that, and as stated, the length of the string is 49 feet. There are a total of 15 bulbs. Another nice feature is the amount of length from the plug to the first bulb is 11 feet, so that could help prevent your needing an extension cord, which would otherwise be an additional expense. So I know this looks like a jumbled mess, and we're going to get into some of the stuff you can do later with it, but I'm just going to show it to you here before I show it to you actually installed later on. There are buttons right on the controller box so we can turn it on, and you have a color, a color, a color, another color, and you can change through these colors by pressing that. But there are also different modes where it can change colors, fade into different colors, different kind of fade, really flashy type thing, and then back to this. There are actually other modes and stuff as well, but that's all fine and good. You can plug this in and hit the buttons on there all day long, and it'll do whatever you want. But this is a smart string light set. So let's go ahead and set that up. This uses the XMCOSY app. We're going to go ahead and hit Add Device, and we just have to give the app permission, as you might expect. By turning the power on and off, by plugging and unplugging, on, off, on, it starts flashing the red lights, and that means it's in pairing mode with the app. There was nothing, it found it. I touched nothing, I did nothing, it just came up with it automatically. Pairing was beyond easy. And there we are. And through the app you have all kinds of control, warm white, cool white, different colors that you can do. These are static modes. There's all kinds of stuff. Way too much for me to show you, at least right now, because this isn't going to help with like a chase pattern or anything like that. If 49 feet isn't quite enough for you, you can extend this by another 49 feet to 98 feet, and it does everything that you just saw, but it would be longer as such. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put these up on the fence. You put them up any way you like, and I'll come back later and show you just some of the things that this can do when it's dark out, so you can get the full effect. So now in the app, we can go ahead and hit the power button, and it turns on, and we have different modes here. We're going to go through all that in just a minute. This has a true warm white. When you get into the cooler whites, it's more of an RGB together kind of thing. You can of course just dim that right there. It also shows in the center the approximate color that it would look like. As such, if you want to go to a cool white, you can just run that right around like that, and it goes cool or back to warm, and that's all nice and good right there. Now we can go to the color mode. So very simply, you can do your red, you can do orange, yellow, etc. You can do your brightness, so that'll dim it obviously, and your saturation is going to show you the lower the saturation, the more washed out the color will be. So if you want to get into more like the pastel type thing, then you could do that. You can of course also just twiddle around the color wheel and get any color you want right there. And then we have the scene mode. Now this, I'm just going to show you the lights for that, but there are about 9 here, and it has different themes and stuff like that. So let me get everything set back to white like it was. I'll turn it off, and now I'll show you. I have this up on the fence, which is what I called it. Now the first thing you need to know is that if you're going to stick this on the fence, depending on where you plug the actual controller box in, you better make sure that your Wi-Fi is going to make it out there. And in this case, I have a super powered antenna and all that, so mine is just fine with that. You can just bring your phone or your tablet out there and see what it says for the Wi-Fi, and that'll give you a good indication. Anyhow, if that doesn't work for you, there's always the button right on that control box, and when you press that, it'll cycle through the different colors and modes and stuff like that, and you can just do it manually. But I'm going to use the app right here, and we'll go ahead and hit the power button, and there we are. So let me see if I can move that over to get you a little bit better. That should be pretty good right there. So this is in the warm white, like I said, and I'm going to twiddle that around to cool it down. And that's the cool white. Like I said, it's an RGB type thing. We'll put it somewhere back around there. And like I said, it can be dimmed. So you can dim that way down to there. And we'll brighten that back up. And now we'll go over to the color mode. So here we are. We'll start with red. And again, you can dim that down if you want, like that. Or brighten it back up. And I'll just run through the colors here so you can see. And of course you can change those through the color wheel, like I said as well, as I just spin around that. And the saturation, so let's go to the red, for example, back again, and I'll lower the saturation, which is going to wash it out. Just like in painting, red and white makes pink. So you see how it turned pink? And as I get less and less saturation, it gets more and more white. More saturation gets more into the reds until finally we are all the way back at the red. Now the cool stuff, the scenes. So we'll go to the first one here. And that will change colors. That's called strobe. Next one is fade. This one is pulse. This one is blink. And this one is chase. So you see what that does right there. This one is Christmas. Yep. You can do that. Nobody else has this. You can't buy a set of Christmas lights that does that. Keep it in your backyard, on your fence, like that. It could be up all year round because it is weatherproof as such. 4th of July? Yeah, I'm all for that. That's really cool. I really like that one a lot. And this one is called Pick 2. You can actually pick the colors that you want. And this is a multicolor one where you can see the colors are indeed multi, like that. There, of course, also is a schedule that you can set up to turn the lights on and off automatically and do all kinds of stuff like that. But there's more. This is an Echo Dot. It is voice controllable. I'm going to let this boot up here and then we'll try controlling it by voice. Alexa, turn on the fence.
Okay.
And just like that, it's magic. You can control it by voice. You can, of course, do other things. Alexa, set the fence to green.
Okay.
Alexa, set the fence to blue.
Okay.
Alexa, set the fence to purple.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off the fence.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on the fence.
Okay.
Alexa, set the fence to white.
Okay.
Alexa, dim the fence to 25%.
Okay.
Alexa, set the fence to 100%.
Okay.
Very cool indeed. So that's a rundown of many of the things you can do with it. Like I said, you could set up a schedule for it to turn on and off and do all kinds of cool stuff like that. If this 49-foot set isn't long enough for you, that's not a problem. It can be extended to 98 feet. You can just buy another one and it clips right onto the end of it and just carries on exactly as you see here. And will continue on around your fence, or you could string it across your backyard using the guide wire or any of that stuff. So a really awesome set of outdoor string lights from XMCOSY. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.